Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Debos Nation. In this first video I got for you, it's Long Island Audit. Videotaping and surveillance outside of a correctional institution in Green Bay. I don't understand why these guys do these places like this, because there's no way you're not going to be videotaping and not get asked questions. They know it's baiting. That's all it is.
What is your name?
I told you!
It doesn't matter what your name is!
As always, to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants respect our rights and treat us with respect.
You serious?
Let's get into it. Alright guys, first things first. There aren't any no trespassing signs that I can see. And I'm usually pretty good.
Some things in this world are just implied or understood, but not with this movement. This movement thinks that there needs to be a sign for absolutely everything. I think you know that at a correctional institution that you shouldn't be out there taking pictures, or they think that something will be up. It's just plain and simple. It goes hand in hand, you know. I don't understand why this movement doesn't even understand when they get approached. It's like you're asking me the stupidest questions in the book, like why are you here, why are you filming, what are you doing? All these questions that people are gonna ask. But you guys seem to not know how to answer those questions. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, fuck.
How are you, sir?
Just so you know, you're not really allowed to be out here taking pictures and stuff. Supervisors called and they don't want anybody out here doing that.
Supervisor for the correctional facility?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just taking pictures and video
Yep.
of the facility here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not really allowed to do that, just so you know.
Why wouldn't I be allowed to, though?
It's just a policy for the state.
Policy?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, can I know who you are?
Officer Pappy.
Officer Pappy?
Yeah.
Officer Pappy, my name's Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking pictures and video of the facility here.
Right.
If it's against your policy, then so be it. I don't follow your policy.
Well, we're not. Oh, I was going to say, because we're not the press.
No, I know.
Respectfully.
No, I know you don't. But
I don't
state
follow your
property,
policy.
So that's, I'm not, I really don't care.
I understand.
It's,
I understand, and it's
You know,
no disrespect to you, Officer Pappy, but you know, at the same time, I have a right of freedom of press. I'm not in any restricted
Well, we're not. Oh, I was going to say, because we're not the press.
area,
Mm-hmm.
state property, public property. It's kind of the same thing.
Sure. Okay.
So,
Well, I'm just letting you know.
all right, I appreciate that.
Yep,
Thank you for letting me know.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you for being so cordial and polite too. Thank you. Appreciate that.
This guy is fucking stupid!
How we doing?
Hey, how are you,
Captain Bauman, I'm one of the shift supervisors here.
Captain
Bauman.
Ballman?
Yep. Okay, I noticed you're videotaping, looks like.
Yeah, I'm just taking some pictures and video.
Okay. We have an area that you can use right across the road if you're interested in doing that. It's actually right straight across over by the sign over there.
Right across the road.
Yep. Yeah. It's actually a dedicated piece of state land right across the road.
Yeah, no, I'm in a publicly accessible area. Visitors come in here. This is where visitors come, and I'm just visiting and touring the facility from the outside, not going into restricted areas or anything.
You see, this movement doesn't know whether it needs to shit or wind its watch, because they're in one part saying that they are news media, and then they're given a spot where the news media is to stand, and then he says, well, we're not the media, we don't stand there. We can go and do whatever we want. He's even telling you where to go if you're media. You can't roam freely around a place like this that is constantly on surveillance for the outside of something happening towards the inside. That's their whole job, is to make sure nothing happens from the outside.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, there is some posted signs as you come in the entrance. So if you want, they're actually, you'd have a great view of it from that sign over
there's
there.
posted signs that say that no visitors allowed, or
So visitors have a purpose to come here during visiting hours.
yeah.
Okay, and what we ask with the visitors is not that we actually don't allow people to remain in their vehicles during the course of that visit and all those different things. So that area over there is a great place to record.
Yeah, no, I wanted to get some up close. This is a historic building here, so my name is Sean.
This guy's give a shit meter on whether he wants you there or not is pretty low. And he's just told you that he doesn't even let people that are visiting people on the inside, he doesn't even let people stay in their cars. So that to me tells me that he doesn't want anybody outside at all. You're either inside or you go over to where the place is they have designated for it. If you don't want any of those two options, then you need to leave.
I'm an independent journalist, and I understand your policy, as your other officer explained the policy to me.
Sure.
I understand it. I just don't believe that it applies to me, as I'm not breaking any laws or anything like. You're not a law enforcement officer, are you?
Yeah, no, I'm not. As I said, I'm the shift supervisor here.
Oh, okay.
And so it hasn't got to that point where we would call law enforcement. We're
Okay.
just trying to have a communication with you.
No, and that's fine.
Now, what I would say is, if you're an independent journalist, you've
Yeah.
probably gone to areas where maybe there is posted signs and people have said, hey, this is where we'd like you to actually film and do things. The other part to that is there is a process. If you want to come and try to get some footage,
Yeah.
we actually have a public communications officer that we ask that you arrange that with in advance.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that's unreasonable.
I am the law!
I must break you.
To do.
I'm sure it's not. I wouldn't say that's unreasonable either. Just that I don't need to go inside. Maybe if I needed to go inside for any reason, I would talk to that person.
Okay, well, if you don't need to go inside, then you can very easily just tape from the area that he has designated across the street. You don't need to be inside. Your camera can zoom in right where you are right now.
I do believe I'm well within my rights to be exactly where I am, though.
Okay.
Just to
All
take
right,
pictures.
So I'm not going to continue to have a discussion because I've asked you to go over to the area that we've indicated that we allow for that. There is clearly a posted sign.
There's a sign that says you cannot
Sure.
take pictures and videos of the
If you come right
facility.
over here, if you look actually right straight over where the Green Bay Correctional Institution sign is,
Yeah.
there's a posted sign there. And so
And what does the sign say?
you can go view it yourself if you'd like.
Okay.
So we had an officer stop out when they asked you not to be on the property, correct?
No, he just said that it was against your policy.
Okay.
And I told him respectfully that I don't believe your policy applies to me. And even if it did somehow apply, it's not greater than, law or the United States Constitution.
Yep.
I have freedom of press, and I'm just exercising that freedom of press right, sir.
This whole press statement to me is bullshit. You guys can't be the press one time, and then you're not the press on another time, and then you're back to the press again. Okay, they have a spot for you to go if you are the press and you want to take pictures and film anything you want from over there. They don't want anybody on the property for the sake of something happening from the inside. So it's a threat from the outside that they're worried about at this point with you with cameras. They don't know if you're videotaping for somebody else or is this something you're doing for yourself, or do you have any contact? And that's why they need to know your name now, because they need to know if you have any contact with anybody from on the inside. So you guys are just putting yourselves in harm's way to get asked these questions, and then when you do get asked these questions, you're insulted. Well, go fuck yourself.
That's all I'm doing. I'm not breaking any laws.
And I respect every right to our Constitution.
Great,
And
I would hope so.
Part of that is, though, we work to follow within the rules. And what I'm asking you to do
Yeah.
is, because I'm trying to run a facility here,
Mm-hmm.
and we have concerns about people out in our parking lot
Yeah.
at times. I'm asking you
Why would you have concerns about people in your parking lot when this is open to the public?
it's open to the public for visiting right now, and actually our visiting hours are actually getting fairly close to closing as well.
Yeah, I saw the sign that says visitors parking up until
Yep,
9 o'clock.
Nope, our visiting hours are actually until 7:45 today.
Okay.
And this is actually one of the rare days that we actually even have any in-person visiting at the facility
Okay.
during the week. So, to wrap this up, because we're kind of getting to this point of redundancy.
Yeah, sure.
Stop it. Get some help.
I agree.
There's a point right here where we can go across the road, and our facility will openly allow people to videotape from across the road.
Yeah, I think at this point, we could have a law enforcement come, so that way maybe they can explain it. You know,
Yeah.
I believe, you know, I see that you believe you're right, and I appreciate you being very respectful with me. I really do.
Yep.
You know, and I hope you think that I'm being respectful to you back, at least in my words.
Well,
I might not be doing what you want me to do, but
Yeah, I mean, I know what's going on here.
Yeah.
The next step is, if you don't want the first option, which is to go across the road and utilize the area that I'm
the problem is I can't get the footage that I need, and this
Yep.
is publicly accessible.
So then if you're truly looking just to get good footage, then that next step would be to go ahead and call our communications officer, which is on our public website, and then you can arrange to get that footage. Matter of fact, we've even had independent video journalists that we've allowed to come in outside, and even at times maybe even take some footage inside.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But that is arranged in advance, not during the week at, I think we're about 7 o'clock at
7
night
o'clock right now, yeah, probably.
Yeah, so kind of off business hours. So typical of all state buildings, our business hours are
Yeah,
from
I'm more-
7:45 to 4:30.
Yeah.
And you may work different hours, but if we arrange that in advance, then that's what we do. I'm guessing the goal here, though, is for me to call law enforcement, and you even suggested that, because that's the next
that's
step.
what you're
So
that's
if
what you're
not-
saying.
If you're not willing to take any of those two options that I've provided,
I'll
then
let you know
can't
right now.
guarantee-
I'll let you know right now. That is not my goal.
Sure.
Achoo! Oh, sorry. I'm allergic to bullshit.
My goal is for you to go back inside.
Yep.
And
Yeah, and
that's it.
unfortunately, you know, our practice here is not to allow people to be out videotaping in our facility unless they make the arrangement with the public information officer.
I'm not
or the
breaking any law, sir.
communications-
That's all I can tell you.
I didn't say you were. But we have a policy, just like we have a policy that says that vehicles need to be secured in the parking lot.
Okay, but the policy, and this is the last thing I'll say on it, I promise. The policy does not trump the United States Constitution.
Sure.
And just like we used to have policies in this country that said,
Yep.
you know, no African Americans go inside of restaurants, et cetera, et cetera.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
And just because their policy doesn't make it right.
Yep.
So that's the last thing I'll
so
say
I gave
on
you
it.
a couple options.
Yeah, that's the last thing I'll say on it.
I will make contact with the sheriff's department.
Sure. That's what
And
you want.
whether they come out here or not, that's entirely up to them.
Yeah, probably not. If they understand the First Amendment in the United States Constitution,
So-
probably not.
Yep.
I'll probably be long gone before they even get here anyway. Just gonna take my pictures of the left side here and the right side over there and be out my way.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the conversation. I wish that you'd be willing to follow the same rules that other people do and make that contact and schedule things in advance. But I'll make a call to the sheriff's department, or I'll have somebody call. If they want to step out, they can.
Again, it's
But-
not about disobeying the rules intentionally. It's about the rules. The rules.
think-
The rules infringe on our constitutional rights.
So, and
That's my point of view.
And if that's the case, there's probably a different method to challenge that other than being out here at 7 o'clock at night.
Oh well, no, you need standing in order to do these kinds of. I
Yeah.
can't just say, oh, that your policy's unconstitutional, and what do I do then? But I need to have standing. You need to,
Okay.
my rights
right.
need to have been violated. So
All right. Well, have a good evening.
you too, sir.
Again, I would appreciate it
Yeah.
if you'd utilize the area.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You have a great night. All right. So probably got too much into a back and forth with the captain here. Really didn't want to get into too much back and forth with him, but he was being reasonable. You know, I have a hard time being unreasonable when somebody's being reasonable. And again,
Well, there you have it. In his own words, he just admitted to not being reasonable at times. So that deserves a laugh.
you know, he's just
Cue up his walk of shame.
and the captain seems to think that his rules and policies supersede the United States Constitution. So, you know, we did have a civil and cordial conversation, just like I did with the officer who first approached me. Again, I would hope that the Sheriff's Department here didn't show up here today because they know that I have a First Amendment right to be here and to news gather.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
At the Green Bay Correctional Institution. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. As always, stay safe.
Well, that's the walk of shame for LIA. Now, in this next video, this guy should be in America's Dumbest Criminals because this is unbelievable. He is a murder suspect and is active at large and dangerous and armed. And when he gets to McDonald's, his fries are not warm enough, so he calls the police. Enjoy. Just be mindful of this when he's getting questioned by the police officer. Watch his body language. Anybody can read it.
10-4, I got 3 white vans, nobody's come out of them. 10-22, I got contact. What's up, man?
We the ones that called.
Okay, what's up?
Basically, we went in there, purchased some food. I guess there's something wrong with their server. A lady before us tried to order on the little box thing. She said that wasn't working. He had to stop us from ordering and go help her.
Okay.
So he probably frustrated at work. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole scenario. From what I get.
So why'd y'all call? So like what happened?
Because we ordered the food. He couldn't print us a receipt.
Okay.
So he said the receipt would be printed in the back. So I said okay. So we sat down. Me and my fiance looking for homes around here.
Gotcha.
So we went back to Progressive Rentals looking at homes. I guess our order was called, but we don't even know our order number.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now our food is sitting there cold. So when I come up, I say, you know, I try to fry. The fries they're lukewarm, but they're not hot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just asked him, can we get some fresh fries?
Okay.
He said, okay, the fries are not hot. Touch the fries. I said, no, they're not hot. And at this point, you don't touch them. So, you know, can I just get a fresh set?
Okay.
So is he getting the fries? And I said, can I also get the receipt? That was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, sir. 5 minutes ago, I can run my store however I want to run my store.
Okay.
This now, sir.
Okay.
You will know that your ass is mine, and that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
I done paid. He said, matter of fact, you can leave my property. Get off my property now. Or you can come and get, I'll do a refund. I say, sir, with Cash App card, it's 3 to 7 business days to do a refund. Just give me my set of fries and my receipt. That's what you're supposed to do anyway when I pay for my order.
Okay.
This is not my store. He telling me this is his business. He owns this. Like, it's not that deep. We just need the fries and the burger.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to get your information.
Okay.
What's your last name?
Sims.
S-I-M-S?
S-I-M-E-S.
E-S. And first name?
A-N-T-O-I-N-E.
O-I.
Watch his body language as he stiffens up and he's looking around.
A-N-E. A-N-T-O-I-A-N-E. What's your birthday? What's a good telephone number for you? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let you know he called as well. So y'all both called.
Yeah, we both called right
So I'm going to go in and talk to him. Hey, Carl, will you hang out with him? Alright, he's going to hang out with you for a second, okay? I'm going to go ahead and talk to him real quick.
Now, this is not an uncommon thing that you get cold fries at McDonald's. I'm sure everybody's went through it at some point or another. And but you don't just get kicked out for it. Usually they just give you a new set of fries. So what I'm trying to get to here is that there must be something else that is not being told. You know, there's always two sides to the story. Let's hear the manager's side.
We can talk right here, or we can go inside, it don't matter. So what happened?
He's out of line.
Okay, so break it down for me. What happened?
He insists that all his food's cold.
Okay.
He's burning my hands, so whatever. That's, doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Took it to the next level, starts cussing me. You better give me fresh fries, mother. Like, what? Here's a little old lady, and she just came up to us and said, if you need me to talk to the police, it's like, no, I got this. But he starts losing it, starts shoving his food at me. And I said, sorry. I said, well, tell you what, you can take your business elsewhere, give me a car, give me a refund. No, you're not going to give me an effing refund. You're going to give me my food and my money back. I said, okay, look, sir. I shoved his food. I took his food. So he's got nothing to shove at me because next thing you know, he's throwing his drink at me. So I took his food, took it to Sprite, put it in the trash. Give me your card. I'll give you a refund. Take your business elsewhere. Please don't come back.
Okay.
Screaming at me. I want him CT'd. You know?
Okay. Did you give him his refund? Like, is that all part?
He refused to.
Okay.
You're not going to give me a refund.
Okay.
Excuse my language.
No, you're fine.
This is the way he was talking.
Okay.
So I don't want him CT'd. I don't want to ever have him back.
Okay.
I mean, dude's obviously on probation. Got an ankle bracelet on.
You see, this is where the owner realizes that he's on probation with the ankle bracelet.
Okay. What is your information too? If you have your ID, that'd be much easier. Perfect. Yeah,
You one of the new guys?
I mean, I've been around for over a year. I don't think I've ever met you. Did you just take ownership, or?
I've been around since 2011.
Okay.
I'm usually up at Giles Road.
Gotcha. What's a good telephone number for you? And you have to have his card to do a refund?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want him back in here.
Okay.
If you want to give me his card, I'll give you his refund.
Okay. Well, you're not going to give him any more food. You're not going to, remake it. Okay. I mean, it's your business. You're right. I'm just asking.
I told him it's my business. It's my restaurant.
Okay.
No, it's not.
All right. I'll be right back, okay?
Well, there's always two sides to every story, and this side of the story is much different than the other side. He forgot to tell us that he was a murder suspect. He forgot to tell us he was armed and considered dangerous, suspended license, ankle monitor. What else did he not tell us? Shoving his food at the boss, throwing drink at the boss, swearing at the boss in front of other people, including kids. Was offered a refund but refused. I mean, what more can you offer the guy?
All right, so here's the deal. As a business owner, he has the right to not remake your food. He is willing to do a refund. He has no problems doing a refund, but he's not going to remake your food. As a business owner, he can do that. Okay. He does not want you coming back in the store. He actually wants us to criminally trespass you, so you will not be allowed back at this McDonald's.
I don't even stay here.
It doesn't matter. He's requested it. We got to do it. It's not a big deal. It's a piece of.
Charge me?
No, we're not charging you. It's a piece of paper we're going to give you that's going to say, "Hey, you can't come back to this McDonald's." That's all it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just realistically, did I do anything wrong?
You serious?
I don't know. I'm not here to even figure that out. I'm here to keep the peace. Yeah, this is completely civil. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to complain about it. No.
So
it's fine, man. I'm just don't understand what I did wrong with this.
no, you're good. Do you have CT forms? Okay, I have CT forms. That's fine. It's not a big deal. So look, all right. So this is civil, okay? As a business owner, he has the right to refuse service to anyone he chooses to refuse service to. Just like if you owned a business, you have the same right to do the same thing.
Exactly.
If you owned a physical business, like you didn't have you can CT whoever the hell you want. You can do whatever. Yeah. As long as it's within the law, and that's within the law, okay? All right, so hang out with him. I'm going to get that form. It's a simple form that says, hey, just don't come back to this McDonald's. Now, I'll tell you, if you do come back to this McDonald's when we get caught out here, you go to jail.
I'm not.
All right?
I'm not. I got it smart.
So...
Did he just say he's a smart guy? Well, I beg to differ on all the charges that he's got against him right now and what he's looking at. And if he gets convicted of this murder thing, he could be in the jail for the rest of his life, and he called the cops on himself. Oh, you cannot make this shit up.
You cool with the refund?
Yeah, so okay. I just gotta go in there and tap my card.
Yeah, I will get that in just a second, okay?
Okay.
5214 and 17. The call taker is now landline with the female that's 10-7 Apple District on First Street.
Table.
With a male sitting in a white truck
Stand by.
outside. And the daughter is inside with her door locked. She should be the only one 10-7 in the house.
Wanted person, caution, violence, armed and dangerous.
We show in 1013 subject back at house.
Vehicle 7738 or not?
What's up, man?
Hey, I don't know if you're pulling it, but he's being slick over here. He's got a big damn ankle monitor on.
I gotcha. I know. I gotcha. No, you're good. Oh, he's gonna do the refund, so I'll get you the card here in a second. Okay.
License status: suspended. 24-year-old male. Wanted person. Caution. Violence. Armed and dangerous.
Oh, this is the exact reason why I hate to hear what things like Amagansett Press says about how you got all these cops for just two guys in a camera. Well, that's not what they're there for. They're there for other reasons. They don't know whether you're trying to scope the place out. Something could happen later on. This call here was an interaction with the McDonald's French fries. And now it's turned into a murder suspect and armed and dangerous. Things amp up pretty quickly in the policing world that none of you people on the other side even understand.
1116, 1116.
Suspended. 24-year-old male.
What's your ETA? (10-462) Kennesaw. It looks like we just found the same ID. You go ahead and confirm that. (10-4).
384 522 is 10-8.
In this next part, you will definitely see his body language amped up.
All right, spell your last name for me.
Simes.
Okay. Where's your driver's license out of?
I don't have it.
Okay.
I think my mother's still has
Okay. SIMES. Spell your first name again.
ANTOINE.
OINA.
OINE.
OINE. Okay. Alright.
So I'm basically just banned from here.
Correct.
Not Kennesaw.
His name, their name, I can't remember how to.
So
We got new forms, so I don't know.
His name here, and then the manager's name.
That's what I thought.
So he's the manager or somebody else?
He's the owner.
He's the owner. So that's why he feels like that.
Like I said, if you want to take it in your house, you call corporate.
Yeah. Nah, this is just 10 bucks.
No. Is it 10-17?
I don't know yet.
It's beaming, man.
Yeah,
I got the shades.
Authorized representative
I don't have the spoon. Yeah.
What's the address here?
It was like.
Yeah. I gotta look it up. So many damn address.
Hey, what's the address?
So there's possibly a 1099. 2049 Cobb Parkway.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it.
Yeah. Give me just a second.
Excuse me, sir. So there's no tickets or nothing like that?
No.
No.
So show up in
The way
the
it works,
record?
like, you're not going to get a fine for it.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna get him to fill this out. Yeah, just whatever. Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, Mr. Sims, come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this.
I'm not under arrest or anything, am I?
No, sir. Just come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this real quick.
I said I'm not under arrest or anything.
No, you're not. Yeah, just come over here. I'm gonna have you sign this real quick.
You have to sign it saying that you're not going to come back to the property.
So you'll fill this part out.
Can I see it, sir?
Yeah. You come over here, man.
No, I'm afraid of y'all, sir.
Why are you
I just
afraid?
did 3 years, sir. I'm afraid of
All
y'all,
right,
sir.
I'm gonna walk you through. Why are you doing that?
I know how to fill it out.
Why are you doing that?
I know how to fill. Am I
All right,
arrested?
yeah. Come on.
No, let's wait here.
Car. 6-2 Kennesaw, call Cobb. Got him! Contact! Backside!
You get to go to the hospital.
Huh?
You get to go to the hospital.
I need to go to the hospital. I fell too.
Well, that's going to be about it for today. I just wanted to add that last video in there just to show everybody that policing can be very difficult to read at times, and sometimes it's just a little help from public is what they need, and for not everybody to be on alert all the time. So when you're going around and you're in trees and in bushes and you're taking pictures of places where you're not supposed to be, and you go to jails and prisons and you're taking photographs and filming the outside of it, and you wonder why people ask you questions. And then in this instance here, you can see how any call can ramp up to 0 to 100 in no time. So just respect the law in that aspect, and respect the people that work for the law, you know. And anyway, so what's the Third Amendment? All right, Debos out.